on the face bag, and then we'll cut out everything before we start.
Live in action.
Make it sound like we know what we're doing. But yep, I think there's water in the background. But if that's the only problem, we'll get over it.
I'll just tell everybody, I'll talk louder over the generator. Puerto Rico.
I don't think it's your volume problem. All right, I think we're awake everywhere. Let me double check here. A little sound check. Check.
I'll talk louder over the generator. Puerto Rico.
I don't think it's your volume problem. No, but why am I fuzzy? That is strange.
Everywhere. Let me double check here. A little sound check.
Because that jumped up. Let's try that. Does that sound better?
I don't think it's your volume problem. No, but why am I fuzzy? That is strange.
All right, hang on. I'll turn that one down.
Jumped up.
Turn this one up.
Let's try that. Does that sound better?
It does sound a little bit better, but not a lot better. What is going on? Now I got like 3 of me, which is fun.
Hang on. I'll turn that one down. Turn this one up.
Voices everywhere.
There's too many Shauns. It's too many Shauns. Okay, I'm just going to have to not get excited, I guess, because that's my own mic coming out. And I'm fuzzy no matter how loud I am. That's interesting. I wonder why. And then the guys decide they're going to mow the lawn. All right, Justin, we're just going to have to get started. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, this is Shaun with the Go Tennis Podcast, powered by Signature Tennis. Check out our calendar of Metro Atlanta events at letsgotennis.com. And today is 10 minutes of tennis, 2 minutes late. I guess we're on island time with Justin Yeo, world-renowned tennis coach, Australian in Puerto Rico. I don't even know if you're in Puerto Rico. Are you in Puerto Rico? Where are you these days?
I'm in Puerto Rico. You can hear my generator.
We can hear the generator, yes. Yes,
Generator
of course.
just kicked in.
Of course. There's the generator in the background. So we apologize profusely, but, you know, good content is good content.
It's much quieter than the weed whackers, I can tell you that.
This is true. This is true. But today we want to talk about the Miami Open. So it's alive. It is dated. Today is Tuesday, March 25th. And we are looking at the Miami Open, which means another echo and you're far away. All right, Justin's far away again. I don't know what's going on, but we'll have to get over it. Hopefully
right here.
The replay. Yeah, I know.
I'll get a little closer.
I know.
So
Looking good.
Can hear me.
So we want to talk about the Miami Open. Men's draw, women's
Yes.
draw. We're about halfway through the tournament, we could say, because we're in, what is this, 4th round?
Yeah, we're in round 16.
Okay. So 4th round, which...
My prediction before the tournament started, I should have put 10 grand on it. I said Djokovic, Zverev in the final, and it's looking in that path at the moment. There's something happens with Djokovic injury-wise, but I don't see anyone challenging him. He's hungry. He's ready to go. I called that before the tournament started.
I can confirm that.
So I think the path of the final to be Zverev looks good. Best of 3. Both those guys are pretty dominant. I'd say they're pretty much going to get to the final, and then we'll see what happens at that match. I think that'll be very interesting. Zverev has had some wins now over Djokovic, so he'll believe that he can do it. But he better come out of the gates right from the get-go, because otherwise I think Djokovic is going to try to pounce straight away. But the other one that I'd like to talk about in the draw, though, is Menzik, the 19-year-old Czech.
Right.
6'4", he's got some good game. Good to see him get to the round of 16. I love seeing the Aussies getting through too, Walton and Domino. That was awesome. Hopefully one of them keeps going deep. I'd see Domino beating Benattini just for the reason that I think he'll out-rally him and frustrate him.
Yeah.
So the demon will hopefully go a little further deeper into the tournament. Walton, this is fantastic. Great experience for him. And maybe he surprises Fritz. Who knows? Best of three, it can happen. Best of five, I think that's where the more experienced players tend to shine later on. So yes, I think it's going to be a very interesting. The other interesting point that we want to talk about is Phil's. Your little 2.5-year-old picked Phil's to go all the way, and he's still going in round 16. So I don't know how he picks or how he sees that, but everyone at the sports gambling bet better start talking to your little son. I can tell you, because I didn't think Phil's was going to get this far, and he's already at round 16 against Zverev. So, and he's knocked out some good players. So, I mean, to see some Czechs, the Czechs are definitely starting to shine on the men's side. And then on the women's side, very interesting stuff. A lot of Europeans playing well on the hard courts, which is good to see. But we've still got an American surviving, Pegula, and I'd like to see her keep going because she's in the later stage of her career, and I want to see her just keep enjoying some good success. So she's got the game. She just keeps believing like Madison did in the Australian Open, and I think she could go deep. I think she could go all the way to the end.
Yeah, I agree, because she's got to get through Radacanu just to make the semis, which Radacanu, you never know. She's either playing tennis or selling cars. So you don't know what she's going to be doing when she shows up to play. And then Swiatek, she's got an unranked. So a good chance you've got 2 and 4 sitting in the bottom of that draw. And top of the draw, you've got Paulini's the one who's made it through there.
Right.
And then Sabalenka's got Zhang, which Zhang's tough. So that's a tougher one to pick, that top half. But yeah, it looks like kind of 1 and 6, 2 and 4, which would be good. Or if Zhang takes out Sabalenka, which is hard to do on a hard court, you have 9,
really
6,
hard
2,
to do
and 4.
on a hard court unless she has a bad day right from the start and is very emotional in the first set. But she's a tough competitor, and Sabalenka's going to be. I mean, I hate to say the word, but she's going to be wanting blood after losing that last one in Indian Wells.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to be even hungrier for the Miami title. And I don't know. As long as she stays healthy, wakes up on the right side of the bed, I don't see anyone beating Sabalenka into Miami. She's going to be too hungry.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, Swiatek, though, if she watched the final of Indian Wells, then she'll say to herself, I have to be more patient if I get to the finish line with her and just stay with her, because she might shake her up a little bit and say, wow, everybody's just surviving against me and I'm going to get impatient. So, yeah, we'll see. But I think, I think Sabalenka wants blood. There's no doubt after that Indian Wells. There's a lot to be said, I'm sure. I mean, Andy Roddick talks a lot about just the characters and the feel and the vibe and understanding when someone's due and when someone's. So there's a lot more to talk about than just the tactics and the game styles and where's somebody at, like how someone's playing against somebody. There's a lot to be said about the hunger and what's really driving through, because Djokovic in his last couple have been a little bit disappointing to himself, and that's why I thought he was due this one. He's hungry. He's still hitting the ball well, still playing well. You can see it in his body language. Everything's there. So, and best of three, hard not to pick him. Best of five, I think, some of these long matches will be a lot more hard wearing on him with his age. So,
agreed. And did Coco Gauff beat Sophia Kenin 0-0?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Ouch. Yep.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah. But the other thing about the Miami Open is every year they just keep getting better and better. I mean, Blake's done a great job of getting that really fired up. What we're starting to see too is these ATP 1000s are coming out with a lot of Grand Slam, energy and spectators and we're really seeing some great stuff for tennis, I would say, in these ATP 1000s. As Miami comes alive, it's fantastic city, fantastic tournament. And I think when they keep bringing these draws and they keep bringing this kind of spectators and this kind of numbers, it just means the facilities get better and better and they grow them. So anyway, I think there's a lot of flavor going on in the ATP 1000s, which is awesome to see for the game.
Yeah, and with 128 draw and your top 10 players, top 20 players, do they have to play? Like I remember back in the day, you kind of had to pay the guys to show up. But in this case, are there reasons we all know why Sinner's not there? But is this a compulsory tournament that they have to show up? How does that work these days? Do you know?
Yeah, it's getting to. I mean, we've seen Alcaraz talk about it that the tour is grueling, and it's hard to keep up because there's hardly, if you take a break, there's someone else playing and growing. So yeah, they've got to keep it going because otherwise there's just so many people playing, and so with that many guys playing and they're all playing, I think that's what's really lifted the calendar year, and we're also seeing better money. Remember, Federer got involved in that a lot, at trying to raise the prize money on the lower end to give all of these other players another chance. Otherwise, your top 50s only really getting paid, and the rest are struggling to make mincemeat. So I think it's really important that we see everything that's going on in tennis right now, and I think it's fantastic. But we're seeing a lot of growth, and hopefully we're seeing it on the junior development side because the sport is really, I haven't sat down and looked at all the numbers lately, but the vibe of tennis seems fantastic.
I agree. And let's follow up with that next week. We'll follow up with a finishing conversation and a full recap. Justin, I appreciate it. It's been 10 minutes of tennis with Justin Yo. We'll see you next week. Thank you, sir.